I want to ask you about the Berlin gimmick because I absolutely loved that, and I remember first stumbling across it. I think there was a Louis Theroux, the journalist in the UK, did a behind the scenes piece on WCW that you featured in, where you were debuting your new gimmick, and you were saying that you were going to be Alexander Wright. But I'm not sure that Alexander Wright ever made it to WCW. I think you just went straight in as Berlin. Is that right?
That's true, yeah. But
Yeah.
actually, the funny thing is, I, you know how I found out about my new gimmick name?
How was
I
that?
was sitting at home with my wife watching Nitro, and they played a vignette, and suddenly they put in the vignette in the video, in the advertising video for my gimmick, they put Berlin.
All right.
And I looked at my wife and said, is that now my new gimmick name? She said, yeah, apparently, you know. Yeah, that was.
But it was such a great, the look you had, the big kind of black mohawk and everything. It was such a change from everything we'd known as Alex Wright. Like, what was behind that change in direction? Did that come from you? Is that something you
Yeah,
wanted to see?
came from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to have a really dramatic change.
Mm.
Like I said before, you have to be different than anybody else, and you have to always do something new. When I was Alex Wright, I had flashy wrestling gear, colors. I had flashy pants on when I did interview stuff. Like I had earrings. Nobody at the beginning in WCW had earrings. I had earrings. I wore bikers. The boots, biker boots. They didn't know even what it is. All kind of stuff. You have to be always ahead of your time a little bit. And the same thing I wanted to do with that gimmick Berlin.
Yeah.
I wanted to get away from that pretty boy image kind of look because I was at that time, I think 25 or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, about 25. And I didn't see myself anymore being just pretty boy stuff what they had me. And plus I started losing my hair. There were, it took more and more time to, cover up all those spots. And I said, hey, I have to change something. I can't keep on doing that.
I hear you,
And
brother.
yeah, I did. I did. I said to my wife, "Okay, I'm gonna have a mohawk, and let's do all of that stuff." And it's a gothic style character um, because I like gothic also. And yeah, that's how we did it. And my wife, I remember the first time because I shaved my head by myself because she refused to shave my head. And I said, okay, give me the razor. I was really pissed. I said, give me the razor. I was like putting this, dyeing my hair and stuff like that. And then I always wore silver sunglasses also, and we went to a mall in where I was living close by, and it was a mall, and she was so, I don't know if she was embarrassed to walk with me or whatever. She didn't grab my hand. She was walking like 3 meters away from me and always looking at me. And she was really, she had to get used to it. But
Yeah.
all my colleagues didn't recognize me in the locker room.
Really?
No, they didn't at first. And I was working with them many, many years and they didn't recognize me.
Wow.
That was fun to play jokes with them at the
It
beginning.
was great. And I felt like it should have lasted a lot longer. I mean, I don't know if it was just a casualty of the times because everything was, as you say, that last year or so in WCW was such a
Yeah, that was a reason. I mean, Vince Russo came in and he didn't want to take any other ideas from Eric Bischoff, and Eric was the guy who debuted. So he said, nah, no. I mean, it worked. I mean, I got a very good response from everything. All
yeah,
the fans liked it, and the wrestling magazines and all kind of they all liked it.
yeah,
So very sad. I should have saved it for WWE, that gimmick.
yeah. It would have been incredible. But
Who knows?
who knows? As
Yeah,
you say, I mean,
but WWE was definitely that company which was the company which created stars and
yeah,
built stars. WCW was mostly the company which bought stars. In I mean, they had Big Show and they had Goldberg, of course, but that's just a few.
yeah.